Alrighty, so we just explored for a little bit. Let's explore a little bit more, but this exploring is going to be a little bit more complicated. We're going to go over something called cache sign R and cache sign I files, which have to do with the recycling bin. So if we go to C, recycling bin, and take a look at this, we see that there's some files, cache sign R, cache sign R, cache sign R, cache sign. Oh wow, that is interesting. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, first, before we dive into that, let's take a look at what the cache sign I and cache sign R files are. The cache sign R files house embedded information. So in this case, it's going to tell us where it was held. And right here we've got it was in C users Craig videos underage daughter Raygold. Don't really know who Raygold is, but that word right there is illegal. So that's not good. A %R, or not a percent, cache sign R, is the original file itself. So in this case, we were looking at this one, right? So this is going to be a video. We can play it actually because we just have an application viewer. Anyway, this is all nice and wholesome. However, what it's supposed to be simulating here, and since we can't do it because it's illegal, is child exploitation. So this is definitely something we're going to want to mark, right? We're going to add file tags, child exploitation, illegal, notable. You're always going to want to look out for something with the word underage in it. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And if it's not, then you probably don't need to worry about it. So one thing that we're going to cover really quickly is this file right here. If we go to this, the hex, so we already went over, this strings is going to tell us that where it was. Underage, again, not good. But if we look at this really quickly, the first 8 bytes right here, we can see, is going to tell us what the Windows version that this file is on was. And so 01 is Windows 8 and 02 is Windows 10. And right here we can see it's a 01. Again, I apologize if it's a little hard to see. Hopefully you guys are following along, but I actually can't make it any bigger. So we know it's on Windows 8 because the first 8 bytes, there's a 01 byte right there. Then we're going to look at the next 8 bytes. And these 8 bytes are going to tell us the size of the original file. And so these are represented in what's called little endian. And basically you want to read the small end to the big end. So this is the smaller end over here, the 0. So you actually want to read right to left. And so what we're going to go ahead and do is we can use this Rapid Tables website right here, hexadecimal to decimal converter, because these are hex. We can see that this is the hex window, right? These are all hex numbers. They're using A through F. They're using 0 through 9 and A through F, so we can tell that it's hex. So if we're reading a right to left, the only digits that really are going to matter here, or letters, are going to be these 3. If we really wanted to, we could do the 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I think that's the right number. I can't count. But even if it isn't, it doesn't matter because it's just zeros, and if we convert it, it's also possible that this website requires them to be all one string. Yep, that's the problem. Awesome. So when you're coding something like this, you can choose to strip spaces in between digits, or you can choose to not strip them, and this website chose not to strip them, which is not best quality of life wise in my opinion, but it's very possible that somewhere here they ask you to take the spaces out. Anyway, we know now that it is 626,337 bytes large. And then the next 8 bytes are going to tell us when this file was deleted. And for that, we're going to need to use yet another external tool by the name of Decode. And so this is the Decode website right here. And we can click on this, right? Decode, right there. And we can download it. And I'll get back to you once this is downloaded for me. Okay, so it's successfully downloaded. I'm going to drag it to my desktop really quickly. Once again, we're going to extract all. Looks like it's complete. Going to grab it from over here. There it is. Perfect. And I'm going to open it, run it. Windows protected your PC, run anyway, it could be harmful. I'll trust CCIC on this one. Okay, there we go. I accept, gonna move on. Going to put it under applications here instead. Alright. I'll create a desktop shortcut because I'd like to open it easily for this video. Probably end up deleting it afterward. That's something that we're going to talk about as link files. So I successfully opened it. And so now what we're going to go ahead and do is go to time decoding. We know it's Pacific time from earlier. And we're going to decode it. A hexadecimal little, I think. So it's a Windows file time in UTC. And it's going to give us December 27th, 2013 at this time. So now we know when he deleted it. The timing of the event helps with making a timeline for the crime. And so that's going to wrap it up for this module, and I'll see you in the next one.
I just had a brilliant idea. You should sign up for California Cyber Innovation Challenge, or at the very least, allow us, Echelon Catapult, to keep you informed when we make more classes like this one, so you can stay caught up with the cybersecurity world.